Pakistani President Asif Ali Zardari and U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton appeared cordial at their brief meeting at the NATO summit in Chicago, but relations between the two countries remain at an impasse. Pakistan's presidential spokesman Farhatullah Babar said President Zardari came to Chicago to express his country's support for NATO's efforts in the region.
The president dispelled the misperceptions about the alleged links with groups of militants of Pakistan.
But there was no breakthrough to reopen the NATO supply route to Afghanistan that Pakistan shut down last November. NATO has since established a more expensive alternative northern supply route through other Central Asian countries. Anti-American sentiment in Pakistan has intensified since the U.S.-led airstrike in November and the U.S. military raid that killed Osama bin Laden last May. Pakistan's parliament has demanded an unconditional apology for the airstrike and an end to drone attacks in the border region with Afghanistan, even though media reports say Pakistani intelligence services are secretly aiding the U.S. to identify militant targets. The U.S. has expressed regret for the airstrike in November, but defends the drone attacks as essential to fighting al-Qaeda and other insurgent groups. President Obama also met briefly with President Zardari.
We need to work through some of the tensions that have inevitably arisen after 10 years of our military presence in that region.
Former U.S. Ambassador to NATO Kurt Volker says the underlying issue is a lack of trust, both about Pakistan's commitment to fight Taliban extremists and the U.S. promise to maintain a reduced military presence in Afghanistan after most combat troops leave in 2014.
Both in the side of Pakistan, where they say they want to support a stable Afghanistan, but in reality they're also working to undermine that. And on the American side, where we say we have a long-term commitment to Afghanistan, but we're massively working on the troop withdrawals and talking about ending this war.
U.S. and Pakistani officials say they are close to working out their differences, but the lack of progress at the NATO summit seems to indicate the two sides remain far apart. Brian Padden, VOA News, Washington, D.C.